Hello and welcome to Sheffield Live. I'm Bailo Jallo and you are watching African Voices, a show where we tend to discuss the achievements and also the issues that affect Africans in this country and abroad. On tonight's show, we are focusing on Guinea-Conakry, a country that is often ignored by the world's media, and when it is reported for all the negative reasons. However, for those who might not know where Guinea-Conakry is, it is located in the west coast of Africa, neighboring Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Senegal, and Mali. It is a country that is blessed with plenty of natural resources, including diamonds, gold, and of course, bauxite. The country is the second largest producer of bauxite in the world. Having said that, it is also one of the poorest in Africa. Last week, Guinea's Mining Minister Abdoulaye Magazuba and some of his ministerial colleagues were in London to attract more investment for his country. As a result, I was able to speak to Mr. Magazuba, and I began by asking him what were his aims and objectives for visiting England.
I'm here with the Minister in charge of investment and public-private partnership, and in order to attract more private investment in Guinea, especially in the mining sector, but also in other sectors, because Guinea is endowed with a huge amount of natural resources, but other resources too, in terms of agriculture, fishery, and tourism, and some other areas where it's there is a lot of opportunity for investment. But in addition to that, we are also we've been working with the UK Prime Minister's trade envoy for Guinea and Ghana, and in the last year, and also with the ambassador in Guinea, to strengthen commercial cooperation between Guinean entities and UK entities. So this trip was also an opportunity to meet with some officials, with some financial institutions, so that we can introduce them to all opportunities they can seize in Guinea, and how we can reinforce our commercial and economic cooperation.
Talking of the collaboration that you've been with the UK government or some of the UK ministries, and your visit here as well, how will you describe how vital is the relationship between Guinea and the UK, and how vital is this trip?
I think we, in recent years, we've been seeing good momentum, because some UK companies are already investing in the mining sector, and some are providing technical advisory services to mining companies into companies in other sectors. The only thing that we've been doing in recent years is to make sure we catalyze enough the natural engagement that exists between private companies to take it to another level. And this trip is an important milestone in that respect, because it's following several months, if not years, of hard work of different parties to make sure that from this point on we take this relationship to another level.
Guinea, if I'm not mistaken, is blessed with lots of natural resources, especially bauxite. If I'm not mistaken, it is the second largest producer of bauxite in the world. Having said that, how is the government doing in order, like in talking of the contracts that you've been signing? Because for the past couple of days, I've been listening to your speeches where you mentioned about the 2016-2020 program or plan of investment, about $20 billion US. So how are you going to make sure that the people of Guinea benefit from these contracts?
We've been doing a lot of reforms in different sectors, and especially in the mining sector. Due to the quality of reforms and the fact that we've been continuously improving investment climate since the election of President Condé in 2010, we've attracted a lot of investment from different sources, It's we expect not less than 7 billion investment in between 2016 to 2020. But half of it is already been spent on the ground, and that is from the US, from UK, from UAE, from Russia, from China, from many places all around the world. So now the biggest challenge we're facing now is not mainly about investment in mining sector per se. It's about how to the investment can diversify the production in mining sector, but more importantly, to diversify the economy as a whole, and so that we can make sure that the investment, the benefits of these new projects will trickle down to the grassroots people. That's why we were today discussing with different stakeholders here to make sure we get enough support in terms of promoting what we call local content, promoting local employment, but also promoting local SMEs through these very important mining projects and mining-related infrastructure projects.
Okay. Doing the mining reform is one thing, but we've seen recently as well, like, for instance, China, they've been investing quite a lot in Africa, but critics also always say as well, most of these investors in Africa, like Guinea, for example, as well, sometimes the investment does not impact on the people of that country itself. For instance, Guinea has got a very, very young population, like you mentioned, 50% of the population is less than 18. So what impact are these contracts having on the people of Guinea, especially the young people, and how are you going to make sure that these contracts that you are going to sign or that you are signing will be the benefit or will benefit the future generation?
The first thing is that it's not right to say the contracts are not having impact on the people. One thing that is true is that mining sector alone will not resolve all our issues. That's why we want more investment in other sectors, even if the mining sector being the first sector that of interest for international investors should be a catalyst for infrastructure, for agriculture, for electricity, for fishery, and for other sectors. Just to give you some precise figures, from the independence to 2010, we only had created 5,000 direct jobs in industrial mining companies. 5,000 jobs. From 2010 to now, we've created more than 15 new direct jobs in industrial mining.
You mean 15,000?
15,000. 15, not 1,500. Okay. 15,000. So it's the triple of what we had in 2010. It means that things are going in the right direction. But if you're talking about 15,000 direct jobs, let's say tens of thousands of direct and indirect jobs, that's not enough to absorb the amount of youth you have on the labor market. That's why we want to go further, make sure that the investment is not only done for mining, it's not only done for infrastructure, it's also done for all other areas where Guinea has a lot of potential and a lot of competitive advantage, because Guinea is a country with 300 kilometers of coast, neighboring with six neighboring countries, with 6 million hectares of arable lands. Only 25% of that is currently used. Less than 25% of the hydropower potential is currently used, even though from 2010 to 2022 we will certainly go from 100 megawatts in hydropower capacity to 1,000, which is very important, but still not enough. So expectations are high, our ambitions are high, and we are working very hard. And we strongly believe that partners from UK, be financial institutions, public partners, or private companies, they are all welcome in Guinea, and we are pretty sure that we can make a good business with them. And Guinea is open for business. That's why we are creating all the facilitation we can to make sure that the investment climate is really improved continuously, so that we can attract much more investment and have more impact on positive impact on our people.